All right, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I am in Missouri at my mother's house. I'm going to run the Chesterfield Turkey Trot 5K tomorrow, which is actually a pretty big and competitive turkey trot for a suburban turkey trot. There's usually about 3,000 plus runners, so there's bound to be some fast people there. I'm usually competing in my age group at least. Not usually the easiest course either. So I've got my Reckless Running singlet, sustain the pain right there. I'm gonna wear the Gooder OG frame glasses. I think that's the Silverback Squat Mobility style. Just a standard, ear warmers and arm warmers. I'll run with the GoPro. There's my bib. I'm gonna have these Pearl Izumi half tights. I have Injinji no show. You guys know I always run in Injinji. These are, like I've mentioned before, just, regular grocery store $2 cotton pair of gloves. I don't buy expensive running gloves. These work just as well, and I can throw them away if I want, but I never do. And the results of the shoe poll for which shoe I should race this turkey trot in, the OG Vaporfly Next Percent with this ripstop-like upper. I forget what it's called. Vapor Weave? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. These have seen better days for sure, but there's probably at least enough life in them for some workouts or maybe a turkey trot. All right, that's my gear. I'm on my way running to the race, doing a little preview of the back half of the course. This is different than it's been in previous years. Got a little climb up this greenway here. That'll keep things honest. But there should be a big downhill leading up to this. Beautiful morning for a run though. This is going to be interesting. This turn. Woo! Then we're going to come back up this road. With the amount of turns and hills, especially on this back end here, this is going to be a very tactical race. But it's all right. It's Thanksgiving. I'm just out here to have fun, right? Not competitive at all. Now on the first half of the course, still warming up. Some long grinders in the first mile. Can't really tell by the camera angle, I guess. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of work in this little 5K today. Good thing we're just having fun, right? Good amount of people showing up. A few minutes before the start, gonna finish up my strides. Wow.
Yeah, good luck.
10 seconds.
It'll be fun.
Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you're so fast.
5:38, a little fast. Big downhill in the second mile. Love you too. It's my mom. Big turn. Whew. Mile 2 coming up. $11:43. Still pretty fast. Dude's flying. Go runners!
As we have folks coming in, it's a good time to remind you that timing results are live for Big River Race Management.
So, about 18:20, either 1 or 2 seconds above or below that. I didn't stop my watch until a few seconds after the finish line. So, we'll call it around 18:20. I'll get the official results here in a second. Pretty sure I got my age group. I don't know, it's hard to tell how old people are. The official time was 18:21. I think I was like, I forget what place I was in, 13th, 17th, somewhere in the teens, which is about par for the course for this particular race for me. I think the best I finished was 9th, and that was last year. But sometimes, I think it's a good day whenever I break the top 20, because there's like a few thousand people here usually. And that was a tough course. It had 3rd in my age group, but I think first overall was also in my age group, so I might get 2nd. We'll see. Little plastic medallion anyway, but I might hang around for that. Turkey trot done. Good thing I wasn't being competitive. That's BS. Hey, little guy. All right, it's official. Second place, 40 to 49 age group. 10-year age groups with a race this big. So happy to get this little medallion. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. All right, I'm back at my mom's place, chilling out on the beanbag here in the game room. Here's the game room. Anyway, Chesterfield Turkey Trot 5K, tradition, done. 18:21, 16th out of about 2,000 people. Yeah, it was a different course this year, and it was not an easy course, but I liked it. I liked it a lot better than the old course. First mile went out fast. Wasn't necessarily supposed to be a fast mile, but you know, getting caught up with the pack will do that. Mile marker came by in 5:38, but I think the mile marker might have been a little bit early. I was probably closer to a 5:48 as far as actual mile. Second mile was also fast. That was in the 5:40s. If you know, we're going to go by GPS, I think the mile marker on that one might have actually been a little bit late. But yeah, the second mile was mostly downhill after a brief uphill start, and then getting onto the path there. Third miles where things got tough. Not only were there a couple of hairpin turns there, but there were a lot of little climbs, and they weren't, you know, grinders like they were at the end of the first mile. They were breakers. They were busters, where you know you would be spending 30 seconds to get up a steep hill that really breaks your pace, rather than 2 minutes just working a little harder to try and maintain a decent pace. So yeah, putting those in the third mile really kind of it made that mile hard. I think that was a 6:03 mile, and then there was a little bit of an uphill finish on the last, you know, couple hundred meters into the finish line, which it kept you honest. I think I was doing in the mid 5:30s for that couple hundred meters. I can't be disappointed with the race. This is kind of the end of my road racing season. This one is always just for fun. I keep on saying that, but I always go out hard. I'm going to be pacing Huntersville Half Marathon in a couple weeks. That's, I guess, a road race, but I'm a pacer for that. But next week, Saturday, December 2nd, I'm starting kind of a series of trail races and mixed terrain races with the Lake Norman State Park 30K. And that'll be fun. If I don't roll my ankle twice like I did on the run earlier this week where I was out there on that course. But anyway, so before I sign off, which I did a little bit early, I guess I have to do a shoe talk. It's obligatory. The Nike Vaporfly Next Percent OG model, well, not really OG, it's not the 4%, which I still have, by the way. This is just the first version of the Next Percent. This is what won the poll as far as some of the shoes I don't use as often anymore that I was going to race for this 5K. Getting close to 200 miles on these. Still got a decent amount of pop, but definitely not as much as when they were new, and they're definitely showing the wear. As you've seen on another video where I retired a pair of these, the all green pair, they get beat up pretty easily by me, especially on that lateral forefoot there. You can see how I've not only shaved away the like the sheath around the foam, but it's just kind of beveling away. And if you can see that white line there on the outsole, I'm pointing to it right now, that is where the outsole is splitting because the carbon fiber plate is cutting through, shearing through the midsole, and it's not really becoming exposed like I was on the other pair, but it's certainly making itself known. Yeah, these guys, they look worse than they feel, but they will probably be retired as far as races go, and I will keep them around for another 50 to 100 miles as far as workouts. It's going to be a workout shoe. But I think you get probably 150 to 180 quality miles on these, maybe 100 really quality, and then you can use them for B races. And then once you get close to 200 miles, it's kind of a workout shoe. So not a good dollar per mile investment unless you get them on sale, but I'll still get some use out of them. All right, have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in. If you're with family, enjoy your family. If you're not with family, stay safe and just enjoy the season, enjoy being. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ding the bell for notifications. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.